Okay, so welcome to What's in My Camera Bag 2025. Today I'm going to run through the bag I use, the reasons why I love the bag, why I use it, and also the gear that I carry in the bag, whether that be for small shoots, trips abroad, and just about everything in between. So yeah, grab a drink, get some popcorn. We're going to get into the juice of why I use what I use. And yeah, there's a lot to go through, so let's get into it. So yeah, my bag of choice in 2025 is the McKinnon 35 litre. Now, this bag is just so good. Gomatic did send it to me, and I asked them if they could send it. I made a reel in exchange. I wanted it because I felt that this bag ticked all the boxes for me, because I like a bag that is not just for my gear. If I'm going for a trip for a few days, I can carry my clothes, I can bring my running shoes, I can bring my drone. This bag ticks a lot of the boxes. There's so many compartments. There's lots of places to put your lenses, your body, your laptop. So many pockets in this bag. It feels good. It's super comfortable. It also looks good. I mean, it is slightly big, but it is 35 litre. I've had it since September and I have yet to find something I don't like about it. Okay, so the camera that I use, and that is the Sony FX3. I've been using this camera now for about 10 months or so. An insane camera for recording video. It's not just a grey A7S III, it's a bit more than that. It's just great for using on professional jobs, for creating reels for social media. I love the form factor. I love the way it looks, the way it feels. The output is so good. Being able to import LUTs, 2 SD card slots, also having the fan on there. These are great features and yeah, I love it. I can't see myself using another camera for a long time. Just the overall experience of using Sony is great, and the FX3 has continued that. I previously used the ZV-1 and the A7S III, and yeah, the FX3 is just the perfect camera. I love the fact that it's already built for making a rig, so it's super easy to rig out, add in the cage, just take it to that next level, and just makes it a really good camera for on-the-go filming. So we've got the Tamron 35 to 150 lens. Any lens that has a bunch of focal lengths in one package is just a no-brainer. The fact that you have got 35mm at f2 and then you go to 2.8 all the way to 150. If I'm running a rig, so let's say I've got my handle, I've got the V-mount battery, I've got my monitor, microphone, rails, this is the perfect lens because this counterweights, and yeah, I just love using this lens. The image is so sharp. It's a bit heavy, like I said, but honestly, the output that it gives you is just so good. So I recommend anyone that perhaps doesn't want to fork out big money for a 70-200. This gives you that focal length of 35, which is a widely used focal length, a focal length you can use in so many different situations, but then it also taking you to 150 just gives you that perfect bit of legroom, let's say, where you can really just maximize your potential when you're out on a shoot. So yeah, this is a standard for me pretty much all times, definitely when I'm traveling, definitely when I'm doing big jobs, because it can just cover so much in one lens. Next up, we've got the Sony 16-35 Mark I 2.8. Again, this is a great lens for a number of things. It's great for wide shots, obviously, being a 16. I do like wide shots. If I am taking photos, I like taking photos at night, long exposures. 16-35 are great focal lengths for that. Good for vlogging, good for video in general. I haven't had the need to change to the Mark II, which is quite a bit lighter, because this is just still doing the job. It's still 2.8. It's still like got that amazing quality on it. It is a bit heavier than the new one, but you know, what else are you going gym for, right? You know, you go gym, get stronger, carry heavier lenses, right? That's my thinking anyway. Tell me if I'm wrong. I love this lens. I'm sure that most of you out there that use this or have used this lens can agree with me that this is a great lens. The third and final lens that I take with me, it's only a recent purchase, and that is the Laowa 10mm 2.8 autofocus. This lens is a little bit of a niche lens. You know, anything that is as wide as this at 10mm, you've really got to find its uses. But I'll tell you what, I've never had a lens that is not a macro lens that has a minimum focus distance as close as this. You can have this lens this far away from you and you'll get focus. It's really good for sort of cool shots, good POV stuff. Even if you just want to film a lot in one frame, it's really good for that. I'm really looking forward to putting this lens through its paces in the coming months, in the places I'm going to be traveling to, because I'm super excited with the potential of this. I'll show some footage on the screen now of some stuff in London filmed with the gimbal.
price and the platform.
So yeah, having all this equipment is great, all this gear, all this fancy stuff. Yeah, it's nice for the visuals. But when I do open up my 4-year-old laptop, I want to take my edits to the next level. I want to give it that spice. Now, I don't go to the supermarket. I don't go to the off license. I don't go in the cupboard and grab some Cajun or some basil or some parsley. No, I grab something that's not in my camera bag, that's online. And that is Artlist. Now, if I need stock footage, if I need insane audio for my video, if I need sound effects, if I need AI voiceovers, even if I need LUTs, Artlist has me covered. And guess what? In 2025, you can now work even better with collaborative artboards. And get this, you can now access the entire Artlist music and sound effects library right inside Premiere Pro, with footage coming soon. And with advanced AI search, you'll be able to find the perfect assets to bring your stories to life. Now, if you click the link in my bio, you'll get 2 months for free on top of your yearly plan. So if that's not an incentive, I don't know what is. Big up Artlist for sponsoring this part of the video. They are a huge part of my workflow and I wouldn't be where I am without them. So big up Artlist. Alongside visuals, we've also got the monitor. Now, my monitor of choice right now is the Atomos Shinobi II. I recently bought this monitor mainly for its really cool feature with the touch focus. Now, basically you achieve that by plugging in the HDMI and plugging a USB-C cable from the back of the monitor into your camera. You select the remote shooting and then you can actually touch focus from the monitor. You can control the ISO, you can control the aperture, you can control the shutter speed. This kind of thing on a shoot is just super handy to have. The fact that you can do basically everything from the monitor makes life a lot easier. And just be looking at the monitor, you can record, stop recording, and change your settings. Honestly, a great feature. It's super light, it's smaller I think than the previous one, but so far I am loving it. Good job, Atomos. You know, it's not all about visual stuff. Sometimes it's also about the audio. What I carry with me on a regular basis is the wireless mics from Rode. Now, I've been using the Wireless Pros ever since they came out. I am lucky enough, I do have quite a good relationship with Rode and did some projects with them, did a project for this microphone upon its release. Been using it now, I think it's probably about a year. I think it is just over a year since it came out. They really work really well. Just really good microphones. The quality is really good. You can record in 32-bit, super simple to get the footage off the device and onto your computer, into your timeline, into your editing software. The charging case is super handy. Open it up, in there they charge. The receiver also connects with this, which is the Rode Interview Pro. And yeah, this is just an insane piece of kit. It's basically got a Wireless Pro inside here. Rode Wireless Pros are my go-to microphone choice, and they will be for the foreseeable until Rode bring out something else. Sticking with wireless microphones, the other one I keep with me is the Rode Wireless Micro. This only came out in December. This is their new smartphone microphone. Super easy. They just connect to your phone, put them in the bottom, and you're good to go. They connect with all the video apps. Can't say enough good things about it. Really simple audio for your smartphone. When it comes to on-camera microphones, I mix in between these two. So first I have the Sony ECM B10. So super easy to use when you're doing run and gun, just vlogging, let's say, filming out and about. You want really good audio from your camera. This just goes into the camera's hot shoe, as you can see here, that little chip. But when I do have a big setup, I use this. This is the Sennheiser MKE400. This is honestly, I think, still the best shotgun microphone. It does take AAA batteries, which is a slight downside. A lot of these microphones now are just USB plug-in. Really good audio. You can play with your filters on here. And yeah, just a really good microphone. And if we're talking about accessories, so big setup requires extra stuff. So let's say I've got my handle here, and the handle of choice is this handle from Nitsi. Cannot fault this handle. It's super comfortable to hold. It's got a ton of mounting holes, or you want to call it. A really, really good handle. Super good to hold, as you can see. This lock here is so strong, really good handle. Cost about 80 quid and it's worth every penny. So big up Nitsi, their stuff is incredible. My cage on my FX3 is also made by Nitsi. So yeah, big fan of their stuff, really good. So something else, if you're mounting things to your camera, you're gonna need something that's gonna enable you to actually do that. Now, carrying loads of Allen keys and loads of screwdrivers is not a vibe. So do the right thing. if you're into this sort of stuff, and get yourself one of these, which is the small rig multi-tool. You've got vast array of connections here, your normal screwdrivers, your Torx screws, a flathead. Trust me, you don't want to be stuck trying to get something disconnected that's a screw or a bolt, because that ain't fun. And just remember to buy one of these and bring it with you, because honestly, lifesaver. Now, my film camera of choice is this Canon Rebel S. I paid $12.99 for this on eBay, and it has not failed me. I even dropped it in Stansted Airport. You can see here, this pink tape here is keeping the camera together. I love this camera because it takes EF lenses, so lots of lenses available for it. Also, the fact that you can change the lens is really cool with a film camera. And it's an SLR. It's basically got very similar settings to an actual normal SLR camera. So you've got your same modes that you would find on a typical like Canon camera. So really easy to use. It's got a flash. I typically like to use Kodak Gold, expired film, anything expired really. Recently did some cyberpunk stuff in Asia, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Film is fun because you don't always know what you're gonna get, and I love the element of surprise. So yeah, shoot film, people, keep film going. It's fun and it's different, and people like fun and different, trust me. Now, onto power. So keeping batteries on me is really useful, obviously. Now, I've recently been buying these USB-C Sony batteries. In the bottom there, there's a little USB-C port. Means they're easy to charge. You haven't always got to find the charger. Just gives you another way of charging them really, and they're really good. Now, something else that's very important that stays in my camera bag at all times is an Apple AirTag. I put this in a small compartment in my bag, hidden, and yeah, this is key. I can track it on my phone. I know where my stuff is at all times. Really crucial. I know a lot of people do this. If you don't do it, very useful. If you use Apple products, you can check it on your iPhone. Really, really handy. Now, let's talk tripods. So I do have the Joby tripod, which the camera is filming on right now. It's a great tripod. Honestly, I am a huge fan of it. It's very sturdy. It's very easy to set up. Really good tripod. It's not the most talked about like Manfrotto, which I have. But the plate situation, I love the fact that the Joby has the Arca Swiss, which means I can just put my FX3 with its cage on straight on the tripod with no plates. Makes life a lot easier. That's also why I love using the Joby Gorilla Pod, Casey Neistat classic. Really good, not just for filming yourself. I love the way that you can adjust the head. This is a standard for short trips or short shoots where I know that I maybe won't need my full-size tripod, but I know that this will get me out of a sticky situation if I need a different kind of shot. Okay, so I just realized when editing this video, I didn't do an outro. So firstly, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you think. Let me know of anything that you got in your camera bag this year that's pretty cool, pretty different. And yeah, there's a lot more YouTube videos coming. I'm super excited to embark on this YouTube journey this year. So hit subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Peace.